Okay, family, I am Lord Eric Steele, aka Big Rossi Love, and we are here with another episode of FBA All Day, the show all about justice and understanding for our people. And today we bring you another Skinfolk Spotlight. It's going to shine today on Miss Joy Reid. Okay? Miss Joy Reid. All of her buffoonery has come to an end. Thank God we don't have to see her on the national stage any longer. And just for some direction, we will always point out in the Skinfolk Spotlight how these people are separate from us. Today, Joy Reid, her father was from the Congo, which is in Africa, and her mother is from Guyana. Okay? So, no direct connection to our people here in the United States. She is not a foundational black American at all. This became very pertinent when we started listening to the things that she had to say with issues and concerns that we had about the betterment of our people. We always found her saying little slick things in opposition. Okay? Just like at every Skinfolk Spotlight, as we point these things out, we like to make sure that it is known that this is not a channel for hate. We don't say all. I'm not saying all people who are not foundational black Americans are bad, but those individuals who do things to stop our progress and moving forward for our people, those people who stand in the way of our search for justice and reparations, we shine a spotlight on them. We bring them to the forefront. Okay? They will not be allowed to hang out with those other folks and talk about us and then think that we're just going to allow them to just sit among us comfortably. That's not the way it works. Okay, Joy Reid had a nationally syndicated show when we were trying to seek for our reparations and justice before I want to say when Hillary Clinton 2016 we were fighting for it. We were heavily in the campaigns talking to them about reparations for our people. Miss Joy Reid, it was her take that we're fake. We're not a real group of people. There is no descendants of slaves or foundational black Americans. Those are Russian bots. There's no group of people that's looking for justice. There's no group of black people looking for justice, is her take. That was her take on her outlook on life because she comes from a failed background. Okay? Her people could not take care of business where they were from, which is why they brought her over here to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And in return, all we got was disrespect. Okay? All we get is disrespect from these skinfolk. And that's why we call them skinfolk. They're not kinfolk. They have our skin, but they are not our kin. When it was brought up, when she was supporting Hillary Clinton, she was supporting the Clinton campaign, and we brought up that Hillary was a major part of that Biden and Clinton crime bill that sent all of our black people to prison, destroyed all of our family units and all that stuff that happened that we already know happened. We already know the results of that crime bill, okay? She wanted us to just vote for Hillary anyway. She didn't want to hear about that. She didn't want to hear us complain about all the damage Hillary had done to our black community, to our foundational black community. She didn't want to hear it. She wanted us to just shut up and vote anyways, vote Democrat anyways, okay? Forget about all the destruction that happened to your people here. She don't want to hear that. She just wants you to do what she need to do so that she can keep her funds coming in from the Democratic Party. She can keep getting her sponsorship. This is what that group of individuals who I will call the boule crowd, or the crowd who thinks they're more educated than us, they like to tell us to just be quiet so they can keep getting funded. Okay? They're the ones that are supposed to be keeping us in line. Okay? They like to think of themselves as the boule crowd. They like to think that they're the ones that's going to control us. Okay, they're the ones that the dominant society puts in front of us and tells us these are our leaders. She wasn't elected. We didn't elect her. When nobody asked her to speak on our behalf, she took it upon herself to give her opinion on a national show about the plight of our people. That's disrespectful, first of all. Extremely disrespectful. As a journalist, if she didn't know, she should have found out. She should have tried to find out before she opened her mouth. Okay? It's very disrespectful. She's not even one of us. It's a group of them that does that, and it's usually the ones that they try to put in these places of position where they think they have some sort of title or power. Okay, we'll find these people in positions like they'll be your little governors, your little district attorneys, your little mayors. You'll find these people when you see that they don't have our best interests at heart. Just take a look and see where they're from. Do a little research on your own, and you'll see where they're from, and you'll realize why we have to delineate from these people. This is why we have to become foundational Black Americans. We have to separate ourselves from these individuals who do not have our best interests at heart. There's the whole purpose of our group splitting from them. They do not think like us. They do not behave like us. They want to see themselves do well, but they don't care about the rest of us. They don't care that we were struggling. They don't want us to think about that. They don't want us to make the dominant society feel uncomfortable. So we have to pretend like our struggles don't exist so that they can go on and do what they need to do. And that time is over. We're not playing those games anymore. Okay? That time is past. So Miss Joy Reid has recently found herself in an unemployment line because we decided that we were not going to vote in this past election. We asked them for reparations. They told us no. Not only that, but Kamala Harris told us she ain't doing nothing for Black people. Her and Joe Biden decided they ain't going to do nothing for Black people. They just want y'all to go and vote. Just vote Democrat. Just keep voting and putting them in office, but don't expect them to do nothing for you. They don't want us to expect them to do anything to help us, to bring justice about for us, to make us whole for the suffering that we've been through. They'll let us know. We have to dig and find out later all the little sneaky, devious things they've done to us, and then they don't want to make amends to us. They don't want to make amends to us, but they make amends to everybody else. You see all that money they was giving away to all these other groups. They tell us there's no money for reparations. Oh my God, where the reparations money gonna come from? Then you see this USAID report. They send in billions of dollars everywhere, all over the place. Ukraine. They sending money to all the Arab nations. They sending money. They just throwing money around. But they can't find the time or the money to take care of the foundational Black Americans. They can't find the time to talk about reparations for us. Or then they'll talk, and then when it's time to sign the bill, oh, something happens and the energy dissipates. Oh, just go ahead and vote for us and we'll continue this. We'll just have a study. We'll study and see if we can give you guys reparations. Those days are done. We're done with it. That's why we let them lose. And I'm going to give you something else you can trust. More harm has been done to our Black people with Democrats in control than with Republicans in control. Now, that's either the truth or that's a lie. And especially in our lifetime, the crack epidemic happened under the Democrats. Democrats were in control during the crack epidemic. Biden came up with those laws that put all of our people unjustly in prison. Gave us those ridiculous sentences. That was a Biden law. Now, that's either the truth or it's a lie. It can't be both. Then you look at all those little murders that happened to Black people when Obama and Eric Holder were in power, allegedly in power, and they did nothing about it. They let all these harms happen to us, and all they did was talk. As a matter of fact, this is either the truth or a lie. When Trayvon Martin got killed and Obama spoke out saying that, oh, he looked like he could have been, that's what my son would look like. The police were outraged. And guess what Obama did? Did he hold anybody accountable? Did he say, I don't care if you're uncomfortable, this is wrong? Oh, no. Oh, that's not what he did. As a matter of fact, he put together a fund for the police. He put together a policy for the police after Trayvon Martin got killed and after that cop killed, what was the cop's name? No, okay, I'm getting my stories mixed up. There was, Trayvon Martin did happen under Obama, but the law where Obama gave them money came out after the cops broke into the professor's house and Obama spoke on that. That's when Obama had to sit down and he didn't have a beer with the black man. Okay, the cops came into his property and arrested him. Okay, Obama didn't invite the black man to the White House. He brought the cop to the White House. He brought the cop to the White House and he bought the cop a beer. He shared a beer with the cop. Then they came up with this police fund policy where they gave the police a whole bunch of money. This is Democrats doing us in. When Mike Brown got killed in Ferguson, the judge was a black woman. A black woman. That happened under the Democrats. All kind of tomfoolery was going on. Okay? This is the stuff that happens under Democrats. So when they say, oh, Republicans are racist, it's spread across. It's spread out. It's not just focused on black people. They bring it to everybody. Equally racist across the board. When Democrats were in power, they focus all their racism just on us. All the racism seems to be directed just at black people. So when do we get a break? When do we get a break? When Republicans in power, they go against Latinos. They hate everybody. Latinos, Asians, they don't differentiate. But at least the energy is not all directed at us. You feel me? This Trump presidency right now, he's deporting people that are illegal immigrants. That don't affect us at all. I'm just keeping it a buck. That don't really affect us. We're from here. We can't get deported. They wouldn't even know where to deport us to. They can't deport us because we're from here. We are from here. We were here before there was a country. We are the only non-immigrants. Now look up what the word immigrant means and you'll see what I'm talking about. Foundational black Americans are not immigrants. We did not immigrate here from somewhere. We were here. We were on this land before there was a country. So how are you going to deport us? Deport us to where? We were here before the Red Indians got here. The Red Indians, they will be what you would call plains. Out in the western flatlands. The Plains Indians. That's where you find the majority of them at. Along the East Coast, along the West Coast, there were black people that came over here before slavery. Understand this. Before slavery, there was black people here. Well, Eric Still defined it. Well, let me break it down for you. One definite for sure, the 1300s, there was a great king called Mansa Musa. His older brother was Abubakari. Abubakari sent 200 ships of at least 150 per ship. He sent them across the water. That was in 1310. Only one ship returned. That was in 1310. Okay? Fast forward to 1515, maybe a little later, there was a Spanish explorer called Balboa. He was a Spaniard. When he got to North America, Central America, North America, he said he came across villages that looked like Mali. The people were dark-skinned and the villages looked like Mali. And for those of you who don't know geography very well, Mali was the empire in West Africa, a huge empire. Okay? Now, this is fact. This is not Eric Still making up story. This is a fact. Okay? That's one case. Now, let's use a little bit of common sense. The story of Christopher Columbus, or whoever his little weird ideas was, remember, he had a guide. In his journals, he said the Africans know of a place. You know, the only way you could know a place is as if you've been there. The only way somebody can guide you is if they know where they're going. Every explorer that from Columbus and all the pirates, they all had a black guide. They all had a Moor or a black guide with them. And the only way you can guide somebody somewhere, they have to know where they're going. The only way you can know where you're going is if you've already been there. Got it? You have to have been there. That's the only way you can show somebody where they're going. There was no Google Maps. There was no GPS. They had to know how to get there. Okay? All right. Well, I just wanted to bring you guys this tidbit on Miss Joy Reid. She is getting the spotlight shined on her. The Skinfolk Spotlight is shining on Joy Reid. This person who has no connection to our family here, and we have no sympathy for her. I don't even feel sorry for her losing her job because of misinformation that she spread about our people there. She never apologized, and I have no sympathy for her. Okay? She lost her job. As far as I'm concerned, she shouldn't have had it anyway. She's a horrible journalist. She didn't do any due diligence when it came to our people. Okay? She did more harm than good, and I'm glad to see her gone. That's the way I feel about the situation. Again, this is your boy, Lord Eric Still. We bring you these tidbits of information in the search for justice for our people here in FBA all day. And we ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.